I will never yield. I am mighty.
Okay. We could have talked a little bit more, but I get your energy. Hello guys, and welcome back to some more Fallout New Vegas. We are gonna continue to talk to Virgil and apparently just look at our mistakes from the past. Which I clearly don't care about the mistakes of the past. I'm surprised Virgil cares about the mistakes of the past. Or rather, calling them mistakes is actually a lie. Sorry if I'm sounding weird right now. I just moved the microphone. But anyway, apparently he wants me to feel guilt over what I did, but I don't really feel any, because they were all bad people. Everyone has reasons for doing bad stuff. Doesn't make them good people, and it also doesn't justify it. In the Wasteland, everyone does something in order to survive. I'm no different. Okay,
Someone wishing for a nuclear winter. Who in their right might want that?
Yeah, exactly. That's so weird. Don't know why anyone would want that. Let's go ahead and set destination to faction locations and Legion locations in Cottonwood Cove. I just hope they don't shoot me on sight, because I'm not exactly friends with the Legion. The Legion and me, we have our differences. I would love to talk it out with them, but they're the Legion. So that's not exactly a choice. And believe you me, if it was a choice, I probably wouldn't take it anyway. Not exactly my favorite thing to do. Alright, alright, alright. Let us go. Do you really have to be so far away? Well, there's something I want to try first, by the way. I read up on some stuff from the DLC, and can I think I can. Travel to the fort. I just kind of want to see what this does. Oh god. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, alright. Okay, alright. Where am I now? That was an accident. I have regrets. I did not mean to do that. I will take my leave. So, the fort, very dangerous. Don't go there. By the way, why are we not talking inside Cottonwood Cove? Alright, Virgil, what else do you want? Wait, why do you have a Pip-Boy? I just noticed that.
This nice little cavern is the temporary home of one Marcus Scribonius Libodrusus, an important man given his responsibility, slaves. Unbeknownst to his comrades, Drusus has been engaged with unsavory elements that happen to be in the employ of Marco. Lining your pockets is a capital offense in Kaiser's Legion, along with everything else. But corruption makes it more capital? Recently, Drusus has had second thoughts about his past exchanges. So it's high time he's reminded of his obligations.
So we're doing bad stuff. I don't... Okay.
Who dares intrude in my quarters?
Well, don't you look
Name
funny?
yourselves.
I'm Sagebo. Actually, no, sorry, I'm Gary Gunn. I forgot my name for a second. It happens. Wait, where is he not?
My
Okay.
Mars, if you don't identify yourself...
Okay,
What do you
okay. Never mind. I'll take your money, I suppose. I don't... I would love to identify myself, but I can't.
You listen. I am done dealing with Marco or his lackeys. I do not answer to lawless scum.
What? I have a feeling he's supposed to be here.
Now, but I seem to recall you happy to accept our captives a few months ago.
I can't. The speculators are investigating. If they know I dealt with you, I'll be scourged and crucified like a low criminal.
But you are a criminal. You should have embraced it. Believe me, life is so much simpler and fulfilling. Better than all this stilted soldiering.
I will never yield. I am mighty.
Okay. We could have talked a little bit more, but I get your energy.
Requiescat in pace, Drusus.
It's
He
Pache,
couldn't
but
accept
okay.
the change rendered by his choices. Now, where have I heard that before? If you're poised to lose some witty retort or just good old-fashioned vitriol, save it for just a touch longer. My business here is settled, so I must depart for Frosto. If you wish to join me, go to the Northern Passage and we'll make final preparations. Oh, and please leave any accompanying rabble here in the Mojave. Marco instructed me to bring you and no one else. See you there.
I'm just gonna assume that it doesn't include robots. I'm pretty sure it doesn't include robots. Robots don't count. Well, one thing again, he's not gonna find a use for this anymore, so I'm just gonna, you know, take a little steal from it, you know, take a little bit of a stuff. Dirty water. That's all they have in here. I'm a bit saddened by that. I was hoping for a little bit more. I mean, I guess he was living alone. Maybe I should kill Virgil. He's clearly trying to manipulate me, and I don't know how much I like that. Hey, robot, you're hostile, right? Yep. Need food and water. Alright, I got some food and water. Okay, we had some food. So what does this abandoned breach house? Oh. Gotta reload, gotta reload. Alright, little area to explore. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and go in here. A dead person. Nothing of note. Okay, well, that's alright. Free money, I'll take that. Free money, I'll take that too. This is kind of hinted at being pre-war, but it's kind of weird if it is. I mean, alright. Fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough. Let's jump and go. Actually, no, wait, there was another area I wanted to explore. It was all the way over here. Over here. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, of course. My voice, my throat, yes. As per usual, yes. Paradise Vacation Rentals. Look, let's see what this is about. What are you hiding here, huh? More of these guys? Oh boy, we have another guy right here. Okay, how many more enemies do we have? How many? Come on, out with you. Is that all? That's all. Okay, nice. Do they really have to be at the opposite side? Ah, fairly empty. What about over here? Oh, this is pretty flooded. It's not even this flooded outside, so I don't even know how this is even possible. Spellcaster. It seems pretty expensive, no? 10mm carbine. Seems fairly expensive. I'll take it with me outside. Another sunken beach house. This one is actually kind of underwater. Do we have anything that's kind of chilling around here? No? Alright. I'm still underwater. Okay, that seems to be it. Nothing else to, oh, except you, maybe. There we go. Let's get out of here. Okay, he also took me so far out just to go back again. Buddy, you could have told me a long time ago. You didn't have to tell me later. I like the little animation that was just jumping. Okay, I suppose I will go to my vertibird, which should be over there somewhere. Unless it moved, of course. I hope it did not. Alright, let's go ahead and go inside the vertibird and then go to the northern passage, I think.
Adventures out there?
Yeah, a lot of fun adventures, you see. I almost died multiple times. It's great. So I got this thingy called Spellcaster. Let me actually go outside really fast. So it's a fairly strong single shooter. Uses microfusion cells. Same thing as Atomizer, except it's better than Atomizer and it weighs way more. Wow, okay. That is a hefty weight. I'll put it inside the vertibird for now. Okay, let's go meet this Marco person. Everyone's been hyping him up. So, interesting. Alright, let's take off. The northern passage is up here, right? Like over here somewhere? Okay, let us go ahead and get out now. You may now exit the vertibird. He's just kind of chilling up here. Alright, sure. Buddy, it is nighttime, actually. Can I sleep to that time? I'll sleep to that time. It's okay. I'll be back. Sleep. I will just kind of sleep until morning. There should be a button. Just sleep till morning. Because I'm pretty sure that every single time someone uses a bed in these games, they 100% intend to sleep throughout the night. Otherwise, I could just wait, no? Oh, yeah, it's my... I dropped that there, don't worry about it. Hello there. You know this leads to the other canyon, right? I've been here before. I've been through this place. You don't want to meet the tribe back there. They're kind of warlike at the moment. They're killing a lot of stuff. But right now they're just focused on killing off the white legs, I suppose.
Yes?
What can you tell me about Marco?
I suppose in a strange way he's not much different from you, Courier. He was forged in violence, reborn a survivor. He's not exceptional in any physical sense, nor is he the most intelligent man I've met.
Realizing you're just insulting me, right?
There have been times when most men would have succumbed to defeat or even death, yet Marco won in the end. He told me about the time he was captured by raiders back east. They ate Marco's comrades and forced him into servitude. He went along with it, ingratiating himself with the leader and even proving himself as a capable cook. The raiders grew to trust him. He was eventually offered the chance to join their ranks, on the condition that he prove his ability to kill without hesitation. While he had certainly killed before, this was different. He was ordered to slaughter the family of a random farmer, a fellow by the name of Randall. Given your history with Randall, I have no doubt he's told you what transpired. Marco killed them all in front of Randall in gruesome fashion.
Yeah.
The slavers' leader was so impressed that he made Marco his right-hand man. Marco soon exceeded all expectations as a raider. It seemed as if Marco had assimilated into this new lifestyle with no regrets or grudges, for a time. Then, they ran into a rival group of raiders.
Go on.
On the eve of their battle, Marco sedated the leader and carried him to the rival encampment. With a rapt, surprised audience in full view, Marco blinded, castrated, and paralyzed his leader, then announced his intentions. He declared himself leader of the rival tribe and would face anyone who thought himself more worthy. None challenged him. With his intimate familiarity with his original clan's tactics, Marco led his men to an easy victory. The fate of the captured raiders was grim. Most were blinded, emasculated, and crippled, much like the leader. Additionally, they were disemboweled. For days, Marco allowed his dogs to feed on the entrails of the dying men, taking care to ensure their survival long enough to extend the agony. They all died eventually, except the leader. He had a much worse fate. They say Marco carted him about for years, caged like an animal. He was a living reminder that crossing Marco could bring a fate far worse than death. No one ever questioned him.
Okay, do you ever feel guilty about running with Marco? Surely you've seen and done awful things.
Marco always said, man is the measure of all things. In this world, you make your own law for yourself and those closest to you. Talking about right and wrong is delusional and self-indulgent. If you had traveled and seen what I have, you'd appreciate the truth in this.
Then why show me all this
Seen
stuff?
towns where they ate people but wouldn't let the women out in public for fear of immorality. Other places, they killed kids for stealing food. Deep down, everybody has an idea about what's right. Sleeping with another man's wife? It's okay, she's unhappy. How about robbery? Oh, they're rich. Marco taught me to look within, trust my own instincts, and most importantly, to do
I don't
what it
think
takes
any
to
of
stay
those
alive.
things are okay. I don't think
always
anyone has
looked
said
out for his
those are
people.
okay.
So to answer your question, I don't feel guilty. There ain't no heaven or hell, just this rock. And I'll get mine while I'm here.
So I don't need to feel guilty about killing you. Okay, that's good to know. If I'm hearing you right, you seem to embrace being the bad guy.
I want to know what a feet-sniveling worm coined the term bad guy. Probably some spineless wretch who relied on stronger men for his safety. You know what bad means to me? It means you're strong, you endure when others listen to that pussified voice inside, lay down and die. I don't know about your world with all its nations and laws, but in my world, good is raw flesh that's stripped and eaten by the hungry. What would you do without a few bad men around? No job for starters. You're only as good as the man across from you. It's what builds you. You've smoked a few lowlifes and now you're supposed to be special? You're just another meatbag with an expiration date. The hubris of it, to call me bad. There will come a time when you'll wish you had more bad in you, because good lets you down in the end.
Huh. Yeah, I would say you probably lost your humanity. Do you know the expiration date you're talking about? It ran out a long time ago for you, as soon as you turned bad. So, if you're no longer the human you were, then what's the point of even being alive? This is all about Sergio, I have heard. I have a hard time believing that Marco was close to his brother.
Why wouldn't it be about Sergio? Even bad men love their brothers. You might say their mutual interests made them closer. You're not completely off base, though. Before Sergio was killed, Marco had already heard some of the stories coming out of the Mojave. People talked about some courier who was all but unstoppable. A veritable force of nature by all accounts. That didn't sit well with Marco. I guess on some level he wants to prove that you're no better than the rest of us mere mortals. Or at least not better than him. You've been riding high since you ducked the Reaper. Maybe too high. If you aren't careful, you'll get a nasty lesson in mortality soon enough.
Okay, and why did Marco send you? Why didn't he just come and face me himself?
Do you always imagine elaborate, contrived showdowns with your antagonists?
Yes.
I'm afraid Marco's a touch more pragmatic in his outlook. Don't worry, he'll fight you on his own terms when the time's right. First, I have to see to his interests while he stabilizes things in Utah. He told me that Sergio came here, squared off with you in some mountain town. Didn't work out well for him, did it? Do
What?
you want Marco that badly? You have to know that it's risky going up to Utah.
Is this the third one? Have I been doing the third one this whole time, thinking this is the second one? Because I don't remember facing off against anyone in a mountain town. I don't give a damn where he's holed up. I'll find him and kill him the same. Risk only matters if you're truly afraid of dying. I sort of lost that feeling back in Good Springs. Risks are unavoidable. I'll adapt and overcome, even in Utah.
To your credit, you are adaptable. Some things can't be accounted for, though. When you taste Marco's vengeance, it will cut you off at the knees. You ever seen a cripple win a wrestling match? I mean, I've seen some midgets put up a mean fight with arm bars and whatnot, but never a gimp.
Okay. So you are not my number one target. Then where's the second one? I guess I'll never know. Anyway, I must talk to you. What's your background? How did you get mixed up with Marco?
I had a non-traditional upbringing, with the requisite amount of violence for wasteland standards. Marco found me when I was a young man. I was just a thug when we met. He saw something in me, something I didn't know about myself. He just has that ability. It's uncanny. He pushed me to become more proficient at violence, but also instilled the urge to educate myself. It's amazing what learned slaves can teach you. I have no doubt I would have perished in some scrape back east if I hadn't met Marco. I would have been another anonymous, forgotten raider. Some gang members came and went, like Red Bear. They feared Marco, so their presence was usually ephemeral. There was always a core, though. We stay loyal to Marco because he wins every time, against all odds. There's profit, but also brotherhood. Is it the same with your group?
Oh, interesting. Okay, ferocious loyalty. Yes, I'm close to my companions. I dare say they'd readily die for me.
Then you know full well of what I speak. Marco's men would do the same for him, myself included. Something to think about when you go to Utah.
So I'm gonna have to fight you, I mean. Where'd you get the Pip-Boy?
It was given to me when I came of age, so very long ago. Though it's unsightly and cumbersome, there's no questioning its value. The targeting alone has saved my skin more than a few times. Of all the paths I've walked, all the trials I've endured, it's been constant. Yes, this Pip-Boy is better than a loyal hound. Certainly superior to a wife. God, it's not even close.
Wait, you grew up in a vault?
Do you find that remarkable? Most people have rather strong assumptions about vault dwellers. We're all naive, agoraphobic shut-ins, right?
No.
Some of them never adapt to the outside, but me, I never liked being trapped. As a boy, I constantly dreamed of life beyond the vault. I escaped through literature and comic books. Never cared for school itself. My father punished me, even destroyed my books. I didn't care. I could paint grand vistas in my mind, climbing to the highest peaks while taking in real sunlight, breathing unfiltered air. My father hated his lot in the vault, working maintenance. He hated even more that I was content to spend my time withdrawn from his world. He drank a lot, beat me and my brother when things boiled over. Overseer was a real traditional type, didn't want to interfere, so nothing changed. Dad had plans for me. Maintenance and repair in the vault, an auspicious occupation. I probably would have killed myself if I'd stayed in that vault.
How did you escape the vault?
When I was 13, the water chip gave out, so we had to make contact with the outside. I wanted to leave with the scouting
Vault 13.
expedition. Dad said no. I planned on sneaking out with my kid brother. Couldn't leave him with Dad. I got caught, and the old man pummeled me unconscious. I ended up in the infirmary. Dad wound up in his cell. Didn't last, though. Overseer released him the next day. He had critical skills. You see, I found that life is a series of epiphanies. Some are minute, others hit you like a freight train. I had a big one in the infirmary. I realized that the rules would always work against me in my dreams. Somebody with money or power pulls the strings, snuffs them out. It was that realization that finally pushed me over the edge. Or made my balls drop. One night I picked up Dad's bat and bashed his kneecaps. He cried like a little girl, apologized and confessed till he was hoarse. My stepmom stayed out of it. She was a timid soul. I told them that me and my brother were leaving, and that they shouldn't bother trying to find us. Dad just sobbed and nodded. There was a skeleton crew guarding the entrance, so we slipped out before they found Dad. Don't know what became of him. Knowing what I know now, I only wish I'd finished that bastard off. He was a waste of life.
And what happened after you escaped?
We left at night, but it was still disconcerting at first, seeing the sky above you, like an ocean bearing down on you. You feel so small. We adjusted soon enough, just kept walking east. It was so stupid in hindsight. A couple of kids with a baseball bat, nothing more. You see, back east there aren't all these nations like you have here. It's just towns and tribes with no real order. We had no idea. I wish I could tell you we found a town and everything worked out. Not the case. We were picked up by slavers led by a man named Dickie. Dickie ran a roaming band who would lease out slaves to towns or raiding crews. To his credit, he was a sharp trader. I thought I had taken some harsh beatings, but the slavers made Dad seem like some grandma with an old switch. They were merciless. It only bothered me when they hit my brother, though. He was no more than 8 at the time, so they planned on making him a sex slave. I despised Dickie not because of his cruelty, but because he was always smiling, whistling, making cracks. Dad may have been an abusive cretin, but at least he imparted some mechanical know-how. That's how I got the slave collars off. We ran until our blood burned and our bare feet bled, then ran some more. Dickie was tracking us with dogs. It was closed when I spotted the town. In that moment I knew we wouldn't make it. Dickie and his crew were too fast, so I sent my brother off towards the town while I backtracked. He made it. I didn't. If I'd known what awaited me, the sheer hell of it, I might have killed myself before they took me.
And what did Dickie do when he recaptured you?
What didn't Dickie do? 5 years. 5 years of hell. That's what I got for leaving the vault and saving my brother. It was work, beatings, work, and then more beatings. All the while there was Dickie's laughter. All the while I thought of my brother. I was near a man when Dickie got the idea of matching me up in the cage. That was a big draw, fighting slaves to the death. I knew it was my chance.
And what happened when you fought in the cage?
I was strong enough from all the work, but I didn't know anything about real fighting. Dickie wanted to use me as bait for his stud fighter, Jay. Guy had at least 30 pounds in me, had won a dozen matches. I saw him as an obstacle to my freedom, something between me and my brother. It was one of the many lessons in the power of resolve. That man should have killed me, but I wanted it more, plain and simple. He broke one arm and half my ribs, but I ended it when I gouged his eyes and then drove my heel through his skull like it was a piece of old fruit. Dickie wasn't laughing then. I was hurt, but seeing his face was worth every break and bruise that I'd suffered. It was the first time I killed. I'm not sure what Dickie had planned for me because another man bought me on the spot. Guy named Thompson. He was all right. Thompson made me an offer. Win enough matches and I'll set you free. Win a lot of matches and you can join the crew. So I did. So I fought, and I won. Every type of man, big, small, slow, fast, I found a way to kill them. It always boiled down to willpower, nothing else. Thompson was an old fellow, gruff but fair. He pushed me hard, but it paid off. He never beat me, not that I gave him reason. I respected him. He recognized the fire burning in me, knew how to harness it without smothering me. It wasn't long before I was working alongside him. After Thompson died, I was in charge. It wasn't long after that I met Marco, and the rest is history.
Wow, okay. So, you have no right to judge me, based on what I'm hearing anyway. Alright, that is also going to be for this video. I'll research the whole bounty mod, see if this is the third one, because there are only 3 of them. And if this is indeed the third one, then I messed up somewhere along the road, which might very well be the case. But I do hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Hope to see you in the next one. And as always, stay awesome.